Hi, morning everybody. As promised, I am posting a video now based on the poll that we took a couple of days ago on Facebook about some of the topics that you guys would want me to cover. And there were a few topics that were mooted, namely how to raise finance for title splitting projects, how to source title splitting projects itself, and how can you find some of these. The other topics that was mooted on the poll was the process of buying bigger projects for title splitting on auctions, and what is it that you have to think about when you're doing so. And the last one was one of our other guys that commented and added a new section, which was case studies and deal analysis. So these are the kind of the four things that were put out for poll. And the main one that everybody voted on that they wanted to know more about was how to raise finance. So in the video now, you'll hear me talk about really the 5 key ways of raising finance that I follow, and I coach people also of how to do it. So let's get to it and look at what are the options available to us. So far we've spoken about using cash, using investor finance, buying a block of flats or a property that you're going to title split with using delayed completion as a strategy, as well as discussing bridging finance as the fourth finance mechanism. In the last finance mechanism I'm going to talk about is you're kind of straight up buy to let. So you can at some point use a standard buy to let mortgage if you are buying, like I've just done recently, a block of 4 flats, and I secured a buy to let mortgage with Land Bay that will then cover the cost of the actual block, but you take them on a variable rate. So as and when you're ready to refinance away, you're not having to pay early repayment charges. So in this scenario, I bought the block on a buy-to-let variable rate, refurbed it, prepared all the legals and the title deeds while I was refurbishing, so preparing all the paperworks with my power team. And then at the end of the project, once all the titles have been created, split, floor plans done, refurb done, we then refinanced away from the original lender, Land Bay, on to different lenders at the new value. So you can do that. It is a bit more complex. It does require a significant amount of project management skills and managing multiple professionals at the same time. So it does get a bit more complex. Your conveyancers may not like that as well, because they're having to do quite a lot more work. But I guess, you pay what you get, so you're paying decent money for decent lawyers. They will do a very decent job, which then releases you from having to be so stressed about the situation. So just to round up, in this kind of series of videos, I've talked about the financing mechanism that I use and I coach people to use when they come to buying bigger blocks of properties, so that they are looking to create multiple units, multiple leasehold deeds, and being able to refinance away, creating a new passive income of rent. I've covered buying with cash of your own, investor finance, buying with delayed completion as the third one. Fourth one I spoke about was bridging finance, and the last one was your normal buy-to-let products, depending on the type of project you're buying. So I hope that's been useful. If there's any questions, please post your questions in the link below or in the post below. You can also reach out to me and ask questions if you've got. My contact details will follow at the bottom of the screen or on the screen itself. My email, I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I've also got a Facebook title splitting group, it's called, on Facebook. So if you're not on there yet, please join so you can see a lot of the content that I post, and some of the groups post as well. So people learn quite a lot from there. I'm also posting now a lot of my content on my YouTube channel. Again, you will see the link appear on your screen, so check it out. There's loads of content that I've been building over the time to help would-be property investors, but also current investors, from understanding how buy-to-let market works, HMOs, as well as commercial conversions and title splitting processes. So quite a lot of content there. So feel free to have a look, subscribe, and then you'll get notification when I post new videos. Last but no means least, every year I work with a select few professional or would-be professional property investors on a one-to-one coaching session that I take on. So if you're interested in some coaching and want to take some action and get your property investment journey right from the onset with working with somebody with 20 years of experience who has done the whole gamut of vanilla buy-to-let, still do HMOs, we've got over 100 rooms HMOs, blocks of flats, build houses, title splitting of bigger blocks of flats, as well as creating different revenue streams from other property assets as well. So if you're interested in that, you can find the link on my website on your screen now. Drop me an email and we can have a chat to see whether this is something that will be of value to you, and then we can discuss a bespoke training program. So for now, I thank you and look forward to catching you on the next video. Thanks.